That's some craziness.
We are still following breaking news at this hour from earlier today, where a gunman has opened fire at UPMC Memorial Hospital in Dauphin County. We are told the shooter, as well as a West York Borough police officer, has died. Fox 43's Tyler Puglish is live at the scene. He's been there all morning long, gathering details for us so he can tell us the latest. We do want to head out there to the hospital. Tyler, what can you tell us, and when did you get there, and what did you see? Kind of walk us through this.
Amy, we got here at around 11:30 this morning, where we were parked up in the OSS parking lot, where from there we were able to see a general overview of everything at the hospital, where we saw several police agencies out here on the scene. And within just the last hour, it was confirmed to us that one of the officers inside the hospital during today's shooting with the West York Borough Police Department, Andrew Duarte, was shot and killed inside the hospital. And in a Facebook post made by the police department, our West York Bureau family is suffering a painful loss today in response to a tragic mutual aid call earlier today in West Manchester Township at UPMC. Our hearts break at an innocent loss of life, the Bureau wrote on Facebook. York County Office of Emergency Management spokesperson Ted Scheck said that the police were called to the hospital because of an active threat this morning. Scheck was able to confirm in a press conference, saying in part, quote, "The threat was neutralized and that the investigation is now underway." Scheck also confirmed that the hospital is now secure. And we will continue to keep you updated right here on Fox 43 News, as well as on fox43.com. We will continue to keep you updated as we gather more information. And within just the last 10 minutes, we had a helicopter make its way here to the hospital, where it's expected in just a few minutes Governor Josh Shapiro will be briefing the media on the latest details that he knows about. Amy?
All right, Tyler. We also have Fox 43's Sydney Nauman live at the hospital, or she's on the phone, rather. Is that what we're hearing? Sydney, I know we're trying to get to where Tyler is, but because of the helicopter landing, I know you were kind of rerouted. What can you tell us? What are you seeing from where you are?
So when we first arrived, there were definitely still a lot of police presence on the scene. We just saw about 5 minutes ago Pennsylvania State Police helicopter land and then take off again. We're still not sure who was in that helicopter, but now we are set up and waiting for the governor to give his address about the situation.
Sydney, we're going to obviously be talking through with you. I know you're just getting there, though, and you're just trying to figure out everything you can. We do have a statement here I want to read to our viewers from WellSpan York Hospital, because this is the first we're hearing of multiple injuries. So they say shortly after 11 a.m., WellSpan York Hospital clinical teams were notified of an active shooter situation with injuries at a nearby hospital. At approximately 12 p.m., the first patient arrived from this incident for treatment at the hospital. Emergency department teams have evaluated 5 individuals for treatment. We do not expect to receive any additional patients. We are unable to share details about specific patients due to HIPAA, of course. For additional details related to the incident, we would refer you to the responding agencies on scene. What an incredible morning here in Dauphin County at York Memorial Hospital. Well, all right, we're going to actually now go to Fox 43's Tyler Puglish, who has been there helping us learn more about this situation. Tyler, we do have additional crews there. I know Sydney is trying to find her way there, being rerouted. Have you heard anything from the governor or the governor's office in terms of when he is going to be addressing the media?
No, Amy, we haven't heard any updates on exactly when Governor Josh Shapiro will be addressing the media, but like Cindy did mention, a PA state helicopter did make its way over to helicopter just about 10 minutes ago, and it took off just a few minutes later. So we will continue to keep you updated with any updates on if that was Governor Josh Shapiro inside of that helicopter, and when he will be addressing the media with any updates that he can provide for us.
Now, UPMC has also released a statement, of course. They are urging family members or anyone that maybe had someone at the hospital to call. They had a hotline established earlier today, and if you are trying to find out more information, if you're trying to contact someone, the number to call is 717-849-5338. Again, 717-849-5338 or 717-849-5334. That's for families of patients or family members that work there that are seeking more information. Families of patients arriving on site should report to the parking lot of the OSS building, which is right across the street from the hospital. I imagine that is kind of where Tyler Poglish is now. Tyler, I know we are waiting on the governor. Of course, the situation is over, and that is the best news I think that we can have of the day. We are hearing that WellSpan York Hospital has treated at least 5 patients. We do have confirmed information that the West York Borough Police Department, one officer that had responded has died, as well as the shooter. Governor Josh Shapiro is expected to address the media momentarily. For now, though, let's head back out to Fox 43's Tyler Poglish. Tell us what you've seen today. Walk us through exactly what you've seen from the moment you got there.
Yeah, I mean, from the moment I got here, I went up the road that is in between of OSS and UPS, or the hospital. And when I arrived in the OSS parking lot. And up on the top of that hill, you got a big overview of just the hospital and the amount of police presence that was out here, along with EMTs and firefighters, making sure that nobody was making their way into the hospital. And so that's where I started off today. And just about an hour later, they directed us here behind the hospital, where that's where we've been all morning or all afternoon. And during that time, we spoke with Ted Check, who is with the York County Office of Emergency Management, who did confirm to us that that the investigation is now undergoing, and we will continue to keep you updated. That is the most information that we have at this time.
Tyler, I know you've been able to speak with a couple people while you're there. I think you mentioned earlier that you had talked with a family member of perhaps someone that works there. Is that right?
Yeah, Amy, that is correct. One of our viewers called in and said that their daughter works inside the hospital, who is a cardiologist, and through talking with him, he just was concerned about what was going on in the hospital. He mentioned that on a phone call with his daughter while all of the events were unfolding inside, that they've heard several gunshots go off throughout the hospital, but that the daughter was not one of the people who was shot because of today's event. So we were talking a little bit about that situation.
Have you seen anyone else? I know you're pretty far away. They have media very far away from the actual hospital there, but have you seen any other workers perhaps? Have you been able to talk to anyone else?
At this time, no, Amy, we haven't been able to speak with any additional people with the hospital.
Okay, well, we also have some statements here from some representatives. State Senator Don Kiefer and State Representative Seth Grove. They issued a statement earlier. Let's read this for you. We are deeply saddened by the tragic shooting at UPMC this morning. Our hearts go out to the victims, their families, and all of those affected by this senseless act of violence. We are immensely grateful to our local law enforcement departments, Pennsylvania State Police, UPMC officers, Pennsylvania game wardens, York County Sheriff, EMS, and all other emergency responders for their swift actions in securing the scene, treating the wounded, and ensuring the safety of our community. Their dedication and bravery in moments of crisis are truly commendable. As we continue to monitor the heartbreaking situation, we join our community in praying for UPMC patients and staff, those who were injured, and for the loved ones coping with an unthinkable act. We stand ready to support those impacted in any way we can. May God bless you all. Now, of course, we are awaiting Governor Josh Shapiro, who has reportedly landed at the hospital in Dauphin County. We are waiting, and we are there. We have, in York County, and we have Fox 43's Sydney Nauman also on her way there. She has been rerouted a bit because of the helicopter, but she is joining us by phone right now. And Sydney, what can you tell us about what you're seeing? Okay, Sydney is still gathering some information. She is able to get inside, so she is currently getting ready for the governor's speech. We will bring that to you, of course, as soon as we have it. But in the meantime, let's just rewind and go through everything that happened. At about, this was at 1 o'clock, this was the update that we had from the hospital. There was a gunman who was killed after shots were fired at UPMC Memorial Hospital. We do know that WellSpan York Hospital has taken at least 5 patients from this shooting. They will not really say anything about their conditions. I do have a statement here, though, that they issued just after 11 a.m. this morning. They said that the teams there were notified about an active shooter situation with injuries. At about 12 o'clock, they got their first patient from the incident for treatment. They said emergency teams were evaluating 5 individuals for treatment. We do not know who those 5 were, if the police officer was one of them, if the shooter was one of them. We're still gathering information. And of course, because of HIPAA, we are not able to find out specific patient information. For details, though, related to the incident, WellSpan York Hospital said that they were referring them to the agencies who are on the scene. We do have Fox 43's Tyler Poglish at the scene. He's been there the past several hours gathering information for us. But again, this is what we know. A West York Borough police officer has died in a shooting. The shooting suspect, we are told, is also dead. We are gathering the very latest. We're told that the situation is over. Everyone there is safe. Of course, they're asking people to stay away from the hospital as they continue this investigation. And we do want to head back out now to Fox 43's Tyler Poglish. Tyler, just an unbelievable situation, really, to happen in our backyard. Tell us a little bit about what the feeling is there. I'm sure it's a little bit eerie.
Yeah, Amy, from the moment when I pulled up to the hospital across the street at OSS, just the amount of police presence that was out here was very overwhelming and a lot to take in. When we got up there, I saw in the parking lot of OSS just a lot of people confused and concerned as to what exactly was happening, and just telling people what we knew at that time. A lot of people, like I mentioned, were just asking questions about what was going on. I saw other people in their cars just very emotional about everything that was happening today. And then once we made our way back here, scene has calmed down just a little bit, but we were told that friends and families who may be concerned that they have a loved one inside the hospital are now set up at OSS, where we were at earlier today. So a lot has still been unfolding here today, which is just a lot to take in right now.
Yeah, it really is. I can only imagine. We were live on the air just about a half an hour ago, and we confirmed that West York Borough police officer has died. Not something I've ever done in my career. I can say that for sure. The UPMC Memorial has issued a statement. You were mentioning those family members, and if you have a friend or loved one that works there, a hotline has been established for you to call. So that is 717-849-5338 or 717-849-5334. That is for families of patients or workers seeking more information. Again, Pennsylvania's Governor Josh Shapiro has landed at UPMC Memorial Hospital in York County to give his statement to the media, to address the public. So we'll be bringing that to you live. But again, a West York Borough police officer has been killed in a shooting at the hospital, UPMC Memorial. And we will bring you the very latest from the governor as soon as he is ready to address the media. For now, though, we're going to be taking a quick break.